Oklahoma is bracing for a big winter storm, potentially featuring cold wind and lots of snow. Hi, I'm Dave Morris with News OK. It's Monday, January 31st, 2011. Governor Mary Fallin has declared a state of emergency for all 77 counties in Oklahoma to prepare for the storm. Residents are advised to prepare for the storm and to stay at home. The forecast from the National Weather Service says weather conditions will deteriorate rapidly tonight as winds increase, temperatures drop, and the precipitation breaks out across the area. A winter mix of freezing rain, sleet, and snow will change to all snow in most areas by daybreak. Joining me now on the phone is Rick Smith from the National Weather Service in Norman. And Rick, we're not dealing with just a snowstorm, right?
It's not just a snowstorm. This is going to be a kind of a multifaceted winter weather event. Unfortunately, we are going to be dealing with some wintry precipitation, and even with the storm just around the corner, still not 100% sure of exact amounts and locations, but we're fairly confident we're going to see a pretty wide swath of some freezing rain and sleet, first of all, starting late tonight, and then by the time we get to sunrise tomorrow and through a good chunk of the day on Tuesday, we're going to see that changing to mostly snow in most locations. That's going to begin to pile up and cause some significant problems beginning in the pre-dawn hours Tuesday morning and continuing through much of the day tomorrow.
Rick, travel is expected to get bad tonight as it gets colder.
Yeah, we're going to see not only the precipitation coming down, and it's going to start to pile up enough to cause some travel problems. You know, I'd say after midnight tonight, it's going to go downhill pretty quickly. At the same time, we're going to see temperatures falling. We're going to be down in the teens, and some parts of the state are going to be in the single digits by the time we get into Tuesday afternoon. Top it all off, we're going to have north winds at 40 miles an hour and gusting higher than that. So even if you're not in an area that gets, 6, 8, 10 inches of snow, if you're just, I hate to say only, but if you only get 4 inches of snow blown by those 40-mile-an-hour winds, that's going to be it's going to be a really bad day.
And it will be dangerous to be outside at all from the sounds of this.
It really will, because we're also, when you combine those very strong gusty winds and the temperatures we're going to see wind chill values like we don't usually see around here. We get a lot of weather in Oklahoma, but we're not used to seeing wind chills in the 10 to 20 below zero range. And literally, if you're outside for just a few minutes in that, if you're not ready for it and not dressed for it, very serious things like frostbite and hypothermia can happen really quick.
Rick, how long would you expect this to last after it hits and leaves?
Right now it looks like we're not even going to get above freezing for much of the area until Friday sometime, and we'll warm up after that. But if we were to get a lot of heavy snow and sleet, and it's going to not go anywhere for a while. It's going to be here, and the impacts will be here through much of the week. But hopefully by Friday we'll start to improve.
Oklahoma residents are being advised to stock up on food, blankets, keep their cell phones charged, perhaps to stay inside through Wednesday.
Probably so, yeah. The best advice now is just, when you wrap up your preparations, hopefully during the daylight hours today, that you're ready to stay where you're going to be through Wednesday. And it could be longer than that. If you're in an area that gets, 10 to 12 inches of snow, you could have to sustain yourself for longer than that. But yeah, plan on staying put through at least Wednesday. And one thing a lot of people aren't focusing on so much with this storm is the cold after it. So, even when the snow stops falling, we're going to have temperatures, morning low temperatures, not wind chill values, but actual air temperatures dropping down below zero in some places. So we're going to start seeing things like pipes bursting and cars not starting, and there's going to be a lot of impacts even after the snow ends.
Oklahoma experienced a brutal winter storm late in 2009, something a lot of us haven't forgotten. Any similarities expected?
It's always hard to compare two storms because they're different. They're their own beast, really, when it comes down to it. I mean, there's going to be some similarities. If you're out in the peak of the storm on Tuesday morning and you're in an area where heavy snow is falling and the winds are blowing 40 miles an hour, it's going to look a lot like the the Christmas Eve blizzard of 2009. The winds aren't going to be quite as strong on the plus side, but on the bad side, it's going to be much colder than it was during that storm. So you can't compare them directly. Both of them were dangerous. Both of them are something you don't want to venture outside and be stuck in.
Rick Smith from the National Weather Service in Norman. You can follow Rick on Twitter at OUNWCM, and the National Weather Service website, where these images have come from, is weather.gov/norman. Now, newsok.com will also be updated continually throughout the storm, providing you with the latest news, information, photos, and videos, including live video. You can share your photos and videos as well online at NewsOK. And the Oklahoman's Brian Painter will be our lead blogger during the storm, providing updates from emergency management. Be sure to download NewsOK's Weather Watch app for your iPhone. For NewsOK, I'm Dave Morris. Stay safe and warm, everyone.